04. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Remember, ask your questions below. You're right at the top of the list if you have a question. Oh, got the alert. There we go. Okay. Welcome to episode one. Try that again. Okay, here we go. Good practice. Welcome to episode 1804 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you and happy pre-Turkey Day here in the United States of America. We are getting ready to answer your listener questions and have a good time talking Disney. And I'll just tell you what, this podcast is approved to listen to as you, well, it's too late. If you didn't thaw the bird by now, you're probably in bad shape. That's happened before in this house, not in this house, but in our household. And it was not a pretty sight. That was a nerve-wracking Thanksgiving. So hopefully the bird is thawed, but maybe you're getting up early to throw it in the oven. Maybe you are preparing the dressing balls that are a tradition here in the Rallman household, getting the cranberries ready, whatever it is, and whoever you're celebrating with, let's get ready for an awesome Thanksgiving. We got a lot to be thankful for, so just take us with you, but turn the show off and spend some time with friends and family tomorrow, but let us be with you as you prepare for the big day. So joining me today, she is freshly returned from Walt Disney World, all the holiday festivities, Universal as well. Down there with the team from the Magic for Less Travel, we have Pam Forrester. Pam, happy Thanksgiving a day early.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm excited to be back doing the podcast. I will not say I'm excited to be back in Pennsylvania, but I am excited to be back home. But I had such a fantastic time. I'm looking forward to getting to share my experiences. The holidays are different and in some ways better. I will just say that. And it just felt so good to be there. I've been there a few times since it's reopened. Each time I'm reminded of why I go there so often. It feels like home. It's probably the most normal thing I have done since all of this started in March. Every time I'm there, I feel that way. It's the most normal thing I do. So
right. For those of us that are, very fortunate to get to go down to Walt Disney World, maybe, annually or maybe a couple times a year. And we have that comfort level of what it's like to, I think we all have those feelings of seeing the castle at the Magic Kingdom as you stroll down Main Street, USA. That's what we always talk about. But, just like those sensory things, like, maybe going on Pirates and having the smells, or just the familiarity of how the attraction unfolds, or, going through Carousel of Progress and just that comfortable story. You could almost recite the lines, but like you're there, you're in your comfort level. We have to wear masks now. We have to socially distance, but there is a comfort level. And I don't know if you've seen this, Pam, because I know you've been busy since you got back, but have you seen the new Disney commercial that's, it's aimed at us, right? And I'm not just talking about you and I'm talking about everybody listening to our show, because what have we been doing for over a decade? We have the countdown tick. Remember back on the V Bulletin days, we had that little scroll at the bottom that, you can modify, like it was like a hand that would move, from left to right as you got closer to your trip. I have this many days. I have a theme. I mean, that's basically what that commercial that's airing here, at the end of 2020 celebrates, the countdown, the excitement to your next Disney vacation.
It is. And I think, first of all, I think it was made just for me. Because the first time I saw it, I cried. And each time I've been back, as I walk down Main Street, I absolutely get a tear in my eye. I will say this I'm not embarrassed about it, because it's just, the feelings are there. It's raw, it's real. And each time I'm there, I see something that it just makes me really get in touch with the emotions that I get when I'm there in particular, or when I'm traveling in general. And I'll share, when we were down there, we were in Disney Springs of all places, and the tree was up, and they're actually doing snow around the tree this year at night. And I sat there, there was a bench there sort of by the tree. It was sort of off to the side, and I could see the tree and I could see the snow, and the lights were on and everything. And there were little kids dancing together. There was a grandfather who was with his granddaughter clearly, and they were catching the soap snowflakes, Yep. Yes, they were. And there were people everyone that comes past the tree is stopping and looking at it. They're looking at the snow. And it truly brought tears to my eyes, because it is all these little moments that we have with the people that we love that I felt like I was missing over the past few months. It just really was. And it sort of made me have this resolve in my space, because I'm comfortable with traveling. I know that some people aren't, and I completely and totally respect that. I just want everyone to respect that I am. And so that's what I'm going to continue to do with my family, because it is those things that I've missed so much. And those moments. And yes, they do happen at home. And I have meaningful moments with my family at home all the time.
I've had too many meaningful moments with my family since March.
Right. Yes. But it's those moments when you're away from your everyday stuff that I think you just carry those with you. They hold such a special place in your heart. So anyways, it was great to be there. More than ever before, when I go there and come back, I feel like I got pixie dusted, and I have, this renewed sense of like, okay, this is what my purpose is. And we're out there trying to have people have more spectacular vacations. So I get to do that in the podcast too. So it's an awesome thing.
I know we're so, I mean, again, it is the season of Thanksgiving. Tomorrow we sit down and, whether it's, just one other person at the table this year with you, whether you have, 7, 8 people in your household and you're having a great, you're having the traditional feast, and you go around and talk about, what you're thankful for. The fact that, you're listening to a Disney podcast, I look at it this way, and I've been talking with a lot of guests here at the Magic for Less over the past couple of weeks, just the fact that even if it's a trip delayed in 2020 or a trip that had to be reworked, and, maybe you wanted to stay at Riverside and now you're staying at, Coronado, what a sacrifice, or something like that. The thing is, 2020's dealt us blow after blow after blow, but when you boil it down, you can still probably find just, countless things to still be thankful for, in this year. And I think, like you mentioned it, when we sat down at Thanksgiving 2019, if you would have said, man, next time you go to Walt Disney World, you're gonna have to wear a mask. You're gonna, capacity is going to be limited. 10 of the hotels are not going to be an option. That would have sounded like a big bummer. But, looking back from where we've come from since March, we're trending in the right direction. And I think that in itself is an opportunity to be thankful as we sit down here at the end of November.
Yeah, I agree. There's so many reasons to be thankful. And I hope every one of our listeners can find it out there. I know that this year has been a struggle for so many people, and just find a way to express that gratitude. I think even on days when you don't feel like being thankful, if you can find a way to do it anyways, it pulls your day up from that point. I mean, it just turns it around completely. Just being grateful for something. It's really hard to stay, to not be in a great mood when you can find something to be grateful for. So
right. And I just got to say real quick, and then we'll jump into the questions. I know that's why you're here, but I'm eternally grateful for our listeners. We've been doing the show. It'll be 13 years in March. We get together 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and just talk about the good stuff in life. But of course, 2020 has been a huge challenging year for somebody that I know, and there's a lot of folks. I mean,
yeah,
when you work in the travel industry, this could not have been foreseen, a year ago. But I will tell you what, our community has rallied. They've helped with the Patreon. I mean, that's really carrying the podcast, covering the bills there. A lot of folks are still traveling. I'm thankful for that. If you can't travel because you're not comfortable, I get that. We're totally cool. And the thing is, even the folks that are not comfortable traveling, that are my guests, that have been guests for the last decade, it's just the kind words, even though they might have to cancel or reschedule a trip for later in 2021, it's always been, I'm sorry that I'm doing this. And, the thing is, you don't have to be sorry. You didn't ask for these circumstances. But I will say, and I just want to put this out there, that it warms my heart that everybody, even if they have to cancel or delay a trip or rework things, I mean, to a person, that my guests over at the Magic for Less have been like, I'm sorry that this is happening, as a travel agent. I understand. I wish there was a better. I just want to thank you for thinking of us, even if you can't travel right now. I get it, but it's just the kindness of folks throughout this year that they're thinking about others, and I think that is the thing, is that people have considered, myself, my 2 daughters, my wife, and, I know that it sounds really sappy, but that means the world to me. Even if you got canceled, I understand, but just the fact that folks have reached out and said, I'm sorry that I have to do this. I mean, that means, it's no fault of you, and it's just like, it warms my heart that you care enough to say that. So I just want to put that out there here the day before Thanksgiving.
I agree. And that's a good thought. We're lucky to have such a great community here that rallies around our crazy podcast.
Gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, and real quick too, guy, again, questions 10 minutes in. We got the Christmas card exchange, the holiday card exchange. We got the ornament exchange going on. So check the Facebook page for that. And of course, we're under 2 weeks from we're going to be down at Give Kids the World Village Saturday day. 6 hours. We're going to be 2 to 8, December 5th at the Village. We're going to have the auction going on. So please bid on the items. You got an opportunity to get some amazing experiences, items donated. That's going to be going live around the beginning of December. So just details coming very soon on all the social media outlets. But a lot going on with the podcast. I mean, you can decorate your tree. You can get all the Christmas cards. You can get cool stuff in the auction. You can help out the folks at Give Kids the World. We'll be taking you around, showing you the lights and all that stuff. Let's hop into the questions. That's why you're here. So first question of the day, I had this one pulled up from the inbox. Let's get to this one. It's from Michelle. She says, brand new listener here from Washington State. Love that. Found the podcast a few weeks ago, and it's been a great addition to my commute every day. Thanks for keeping the magic alive during this whirlwind of a year. My question is related to a trip I have planned in early April. I have resort reservations and park tickets, but when should I start planning the details? Obviously, there are a lot of unknowns, and many things aren't even available until 60 days out. But the park reservation system is available to me now, as is the option to upgrade to Park Hopper tickets. Is it worth picking my park days now, knowing April could be busy, or do I just hold tight and wait for more information? If it makes a difference, it's 2 adults. We're staying at Caribbean Beach. I try to go about once a year or every other year, and my boyfriend hasn't been since he was a kid. Thanks for any advice. Patience is a virtue I'm struggling with right now because I'm so eager to plan all the fun stuff. I get that. Take care and stay safe, Michelle. So, we've had so many great listeners that have been with us for this whole journey, right? Since 2008. Yes. But it's so awesome to hear folks like Michelle that have just found us. I mean, up in state opposite Walt Disney World in our country. But okay. Dude, she wants to plan. At least get the thing. She's making me nervous, dude. I hope you make those theme park reservations. What does it hurt? Do it now.
Agreed. There's no downside to making the park reservations right now because the great news is you can always change those based on availability. So go ahead and get sort of a baseline plan of where you will be. This is advice we typically have whether you have to make theme park reservations or not have to make theme park reservations. Even way before theme park reservations were a thing, we suggested, let's come up with an outline of a plan, at least where you think you're going to go. And guess what? If at the last minute, let's say the last minute is you're getting on a bus to go to the park you're scheduled to go to that day, and you're like, oh, I don't think I want to go there. I think I want to go to this next one. You can cancel those park days and make reservations at another park on the handy dandy My Disney Experience app, of course, based on availability, but you can see that calendar before you even make the change. So you'll know whether there is availability or not. So go ahead and do that. And the reason why is that makes things like planning dining and planning other things sort of fall into place a little easier. You can think, well, I'm going to be at the Magic Kingdom today. And then after the Magic Kingdom's closed, I want to go have dinner on the monorail line. I'm going to do that before I head back to my resort. Things like that will happen. But don't feel pressure to make more plans than you're comfortable with. Mm-hmm. If after you make park reservations, you're like, you know what? I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person. I'm just going to whatever. Then, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, then just do that. We'll have suggestions for that as well. But yeah, go ahead and make those park reservations. It's important.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I booked some folks for December 18th to the 24th today, and I said, make reservations. Ideally, hopefully we won't even need them by then. But I mean, there's no negative to making them.
No.
So make them immediately. And this is also just an insider tip. Why you hang tickets on, don't get a room only if you don't have tickets right now. Get a package with tickets, and then later on down the line, if something happens, you can always make it a basic package, no tickets. But at least you get your theme park reservations now. So
100%. That has got to be our tip for 2021. Do not buy tickets outside of your package. Purchase them as part of your package. And the reason being is that we had a lot of guests who purchased tickets and then their trip was canceled. And Disney is not refunding tickets because once you purchase them, they are non-refundable. Of course, if you book a package that includes tickets, if you have to cancel, the whole thing cancels, and that includes your tickets, and you will get all the money you paid back.
Correct. Okay. So Celia in our live chat's got a question. Thanks for being here with us. We record usually on Mondays around 5:45 Eastern, if the internet cooperates.
The internet gods.
Exactly. If one were to hypothetically be in the Magic Kingdom right now, I'm wondering if she is, and I'm betting she is. What is the best quick service dinner choice or favorite nearby resort option with outdoor dining? Asking for a friend. Love it. She's not there. She must be supposed to be on the clock or something. This sounds awful, kind of shady. Like, I'm not mad at you.
We can text her in secret.
Like, you're making me nervous. Like, okay, so she wants to eat outside. As she's at the Magic Kingdom, wants to grab dinner.
Okay.
I did see this, Pam. Check this out. Now, this is December 17th. Tomorrowland Terrace reopens, but did you see what their menu is?
What?
It's the Columbia Harbor House menu. It's got
there you go. The lighthouse sandwich.
Well, I don't know if it's got that. It's got the lobster roll. It's got the fried shrimp and the chicken and the fries and stuff. That's all I care about. I never got that. I go for the lobster roll. But yeah, that's going to be December 17th. Of course, I'll miss that because I won't be there then. But right. Yeah, it's not helping her out at all right now because it's not December 17th. So go ahead. Where can she eat? Either at the Magic Kingdom or just hop the monorail and go get something outside quick service.
So most of the quick service locations are going to have an outdoor seating area, albeit some are a bit bigger than others. But Pecos Bill does, Cosmic Ray does, Pinocchio's has a small one as well. So those are possibilities. But honestly, depending on when the park's going to close and if it's going to close anytime in the next hour or so, I would wait until I'm done with the parks and maybe head over to one of the quick service locations, either on the monorail. You can do the monorail resorts. You can go to Gasparilla over there at the Grand Floridian. You can go to Contempo Cafe at the Contemporary, or you can also go to Captain Cook's at the Polynesian. Or another place I may consider going is Disney Springs because they have far superior quick service locations. You have Earl of Sandwich, you have Polite Pig, you have Deluxe Burger, you have Morimoto's Street Food. I mean, there's just so many different things from which to choose there that may be the place that you go. And because it is a Monday evening, you probably will not see super high crowds there. So it's a great night to explore, maybe do a little shopping, and then you'll have bus transportation right back to your resort. So check that out.
Call. That's what they say in Top Gun in that bar scene. It's a the dog just walked behind me and said, I saw something moving behind me in the shot. It was kind of crazy. No, but what did Maverick say to Goose? It was a high target environment or something. That's what Disney Springs is at dinner time.
For sure. It is. It truly, truly is. But there's so much shopping, and dang, if you don't go into the Christmas shop and buy something, there's something wrong with you, especially at this time of year. I went in for one thing. I knew what I wanted, right? No.
I know.
No. There's a whole huge bag that comes home with me.
Speaking of that, my mother-in-law, God, I hope she's not. My mother-in-law just dropped, because Mallory calls her grandma. Obviously, it's her grandma. She dropped off like vegetables and stuff. She's done this every year for us. You know, she goes to the grocery store, gets all the corn and green beans and stuff.
Yeah.
And dropped that off, but in the bag there was a thing of ornaments, like Mickey ornaments that she got, I think, at Hallmark, and they're so cute. Like there's like 8 ornaments, they're Mickey shaped, like spheres, but they have 2020 on them. And the first thing I thought was, dude, I wonder if these things were 70% off. Because, like everything at Walt Disney World, like you're 20 stuff away. And I'm like, dude, I dare hang these on my tree. But I'm like, I will, because it's my mother-in-law. She's sweet. But yeah. Right. I'm still programmed. I'm like, dude, those are probably.
I know. Well, you can get your ornaments at the Christmas store personalized too. So go ahead and get that roll of paper towels or toilet paper on there. Do it. Put 2020 in that on there. Good point.
Get the toilet paper on there. Okay, so Bob in the live chat just wants a reminder about Columbia, the outerwear company now has a Mandalorian line, and he's got the link in our Facebook. Yeah. Mando coming to keep you warm, I guess.
I love that.
I do. Okay, so, and I have spoken. Sarah says, hello, Mike and Pam. I'm from North Carolina. Oh, wait, she arrives in 1 week. That is not, I hit the wrong button. It's actually, I hit the wrong button. Where am I looking? Oh, it's Angie that's got the question. But hey, hi North Carolina to Sarah. Sorry about that. And hey, Angie's asking, is it crazy to try to go between Christmas and New Year's last minute?
I think it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It doesn't take much to be the most wonderful time of 2020. I'm just saying.
No,
January.
This really will be.
No, and this is probably the year to do it last minute, if any year was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know what? There's still availability at so many of the parks. In fact, they added additional availability. I heard they moved some things around. So I think it's a great time. to try to plan that last minute trip. And other years leading up to this, maybe your only choice would be like a suite at the Grand Floridian and or the Little Mermaid room without a discount. But I think you have a few more choices probably this year. Not a ton, because not all the resorts are open. But if you have the opportunity to stay at Grand Destino or at one of the other, many open resorts, give it a shot, because they're decorating for Christmas down there. The resorts are all done. The trees are up and they look spectacular. And if this is the year that you want to leave some decorating to Disney, I give you permission. You can do it.
Well, some people start decorating like September. I'm just saying, like, some people are already taking their trees down because like they've been up so long. This year's so messed up. Who knows? It's so great. No, but I would. With the capacity limits, like this is the year, and we all need a little Christmas right this very minute. So go down, have fun. Okay.
Open the window, candles.
Let me ask you this one, because we've done weird stuff like this. Okay, Max, one of our great agents at the Magic for Less in the chat. Best Thanksgiving-esque dinner at Walt Disney World. And here's the funny thing. So we've done weird things on holidays. Like on the 4th of July, we've eaten at San Angel Inn. We've eaten at Le Chef de France twice. I can remember at least twice with you.
Yes.
Like for some reason on these.
We all ate French onion soup because it was good.
Like on this very American holiday, we're either eating Mexican or French food, so yes. I don't know. No, I'm going to go with kind of American, but not like the traditional. I'm going to say Whispering Canyon. Because I just got that, you're getting into Christmas, it's decorated, and it's like it's meaty. And I mean, Americans are meaty, right? I mean, even though it's not turkey, it's a skillet.
Well, plus it's all you care to enjoy, so you can eat until you fall asleep on one of the couches in the lobby.
Yeah, so you can wear sweatpants over it and nobody will care. Yes, that's what so what would you say? I'm going to go with Whispering Canyon.
That is an interesting one, really and truly. The odd choice, of course, is Liberty Tree, because they serve Thanksgiving all year round. But I'm going to go with something different too. And I'm going to say, why don't you head over and I'd do a little homecoming, because it's kind of in the same vein, right? It's like you can get macaroni and cheese and collard greens. And I think that those are some foods that are traditionally served, on Thanksgiving and every holiday in the South, right? Because
at least those are on Nick Saban's for sure.
Right?
Pretty sure Ed Ogeron too, the LSU coach.
I think that if there's an excuse to celebrate in the South, you bring collard greens and mac and cheese to it.
Hey, man,
right? Fried chicken, there's some biscuits. I think that would be kind of a good one to go to too.
Amen. Okay, yeah, and I got to say, another guest story real quick. Veronica, she's down there, one of my guests at the Magic for Less, celebrating her. She's still there as this is airing, celebrating her honeymoon. So congratulations. And this past weekend, she had a homecoming, ADR, and not for brunch, but for dinner that day. And she just kept emailing me throughout the day, like asking, advice. I got deviled eggs. Okay, I got to get the chicken and the donuts, right? I'm like, yes. I'm like, stop emailing me because you're killing me. Because at the point, she emailed me like at breakfast, I was having a Pop-Tart. I'm like, okay, that's terrible. And she emailed me at lunch. I'm like, I'm having a turkey sandwich, so stop. And then she sent me pictures. I'm like, oh, I hate you. I got to block you.
So what did she get? Did she get the chicken and donuts?
She did. The deviled eggs and all. And I said, get the homecoming pot or cake. And I think she was fine.
Yeah.
This is an interesting email. Not a question, but I got this one just today. Scott and I and Ricky were having a debate last week about the new Rise of the Resistance boarding group booking procedure from your hotel. Okay. And we got into this conversation about, I wonder if there's a geofence. Like they say you can do it from your hotel room, right? But if you're a local, you can also do it from your house. But then we started having this conversation of where do you think that geofence extends to? Like, is there a geofence or not? Because at 7 a.m. you can make a reservation. So we got an email today from Stephanie. She's from upstate South Carolina. Okay, so we're wondering, like, you got to be in Orlando? Do you got, Florida? What is it? She got group number 2 for Rise of the Resistance from upstate North Carolina on this past Tuesday. So
wow.
Now she said she canceled immediately because obviously she wasn't going to be there by group number 2.
Right.
So she hoped somebody in the 2:00, reboard. The in-park group was surprised because they had availability, but she said she was just experimenting because she heard the show and she did get it from South Carolina. Group number 2.
There is no geofence. I will tell you that.
I just thought there might be. The way they worded it, I was wondering if there was, but that'd be
I know, but no, there is not. So you do have to be signed in to the My Disney Experience account, but no geofence.
All righty. Thomas has it. One of my great friends over at the Magic for Less. Hey guys, happy early birthday, Mike. Well, thank you. Quick question. We're having to reschedule our 2021 trip in April. We are having to move it up. Typically, is the week following President's Day weekend still busy, or does it die down? Thanks in advance, Thomas, in the live chat. So what do you think for, we're talking, the good thing is about this year is that the weekend after President's Day is typically Princess Half Marathon weekend. So what happens is you have the people leaving from the President's Day weekend, which that weekend is busy. I mean, no doubt. That and Martin Luther King weekend are always busy. You'll see it on social media. But people start leaving by Monday night, Tuesday, it starts dying down. But what happens in a traditional years, folks start coming in on like Thursday for Princess weekend. You're not going to have that this year. So this might be the year to go after President's Day.
I agree. And I think, too, the one thing you have to do is you always need to travel when you're able to. So if that's the week that works for you because kids are off school and whatever, there are always techniques that you can use. And even though it will be busier than normal, there's still going to be plenty of things you'll get done. You'll get to use some of the techniques that we talk about here, and you'll be fine, really and truly. Just go in. I think it's all about managing your expectations. And we talk about that a lot on the podcast. And one of them, one of the things we have to manage expectations about is Rise of the Resistance right now, because it is such a challenge to get on. And I don't know that will change. I really don't. There are capacity limits in place, and this attraction is not going to get any less busy, really and truly. It's a spectacular attraction, and having the opportunity to do it is great. But it's about managing expectations. There's no one thing that's going to make or break your vacation. Wait, cross it out. There is one. Ready? Attitude. It's attitude. That's going to be the one thing. And the good news is you can always control your attitude. So you'll have a great time.
The one sign I always had hanging in my classroom: attitude is the most important factor in success.
100%. I agree.
Hung in front of my classroom every day I taught for 17 years. Because I don't believe that about everything in life.
100%.
If you think you can or you can't, you're right. That's what I say. Anyway. Okay. Sean's got a question. He's tuned in live on YouTube, and Betsy's over on YouTube. We got a lot of folks on YouTube today. He says, heading to the parks in mid-January, do you think Walt Disney World will be busier than normal due to the COVID cancellations pushing people back? Because he's saying because a lot of people that were scheduled for 2020 are pushing into 2021. I would say, mid-January is probably going to be, it's traditionally one of the slowest times at Walt Disney World. And I don't see any difference this year it's going to be one of the slower times of 2021, I would guess.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah,
I would too. And they still have the capacity limits in place, right. And they still have social distancing or physical distancing at Walt Disney World. They're actually calling it physical distancing, right. Using that terminology because we're saying physically distanced. I've seen the pictures on social media too. Don't let those deter you. Most of the time, if I want to frame a picture in a negative light, I can probably get that picture, right? If my goal going into it is to be salacious and to get the most people to click on my website, I can take a picture and think of a headline to do that. Dang it. So don't let things like that deter you, because at the end of the day, you'll still see that the wait times are lower. And there's still lots of good stuff happening there. So
Sarah's got a great question too in the live chat. This is one that I'm trying to think of right now because I read it about 5 minutes ago. What is the one must-see holiday thing at Walt Disney World in 2020 that's available? We have never been this time of the year. So if you had to boil it down to one holiday thing. So this year, we have a lot of the same stuff. We're missing like the gingerbread house.
Yes.
There are a few things missing here and there, but for the most part, we have the traditional trees. We don't have some of the events like candlelight processional and so forth, the Christmas party. But what I'm excited, here's what I will say. Okay, so here's what I will say, and I'm saying it first because I think you might take this one. Here's where 2020 is kind of singing a little bit. You got to look for like the small gifts that the universe is bestowing upon us.
Yes.
And I will say that in a normal year, you don't get to see the floats from the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party pre-Christmas, unless you have a hard ticket, right? You got to pay the extra. Now, after Christmas, they bring them out, and you get to see that during that crazy, not crazy, but the fun week between Christmas.
Right.
But this year with the, with the character cavalcades, the mini parades, the flybys, they are busting out some of those floats. So you can see those on a regular Magic Kingdom day pre-Christmas. So I will say that's one of the things not to miss. Go to the Magic Kingdom and take that. Of course, you got everything else to take in, but you'll get to see those and not have to invest a lot of time either at the same time.
And you get to see Santa.
Yeah, the big man, I'm saying.
He was there. I saw him several times.
I know him.
I know him. So anyways, I was just like, oh man, I hardly ever get this close to Santa. So, and he waved to me and he said to me, it's very nice to see you here.
Pam.
Yes. Right. So anyways, I agree. I think what Mike said is absolutely great. But the other thing I would not miss is the lighting up of that castle at night. Man, does that castle look great. And I know that everyone loved the icicle lights and that, but I will say there's something about this. And one of the things that I really love about this is when they do the icicle lights, you typically can't get that close to the castle. There's usually shows that are going on, so you can't walk through it. Not with this. You can walk right up to the castle. Ready? Here, I'm going to show for our YouTube people and get, oh shoot. It's not going to show that one. I know. I want to be able to show it so bad. Okay, YouTubers, this is not working. But anyways, you get to get that close to it, and you can stand underneath the castle and get that close and get these spectacular photos of the castle. It just is so cool.
8 nights, and I'm getting that shot.
I know. And I was standing right there at it. So make sure. Basically what's happening is there are 4 different lit up versions of the castle that you'll be able to see. And of course you're going to want to get that middle shot right on, right? But then you're going to want to run over to the bridge that leads to Liberty Square and get the reflection in the water. And then you're going to want to go up and around and get close to it too. So it's so much fun to be there. It feels like Christmas. It really, truly, truly does.
So ready. I got to pack my bags. Okay. Betsy is in the live chat. She's another one of my great guests over at the Magic for Less. Hey, Mike and Pam. My family and I will be at the Magic Kingdom on December 21st. We made a lunch and dinner reservation for Be Our Guest. There was it just says 0:00. So let's just say 1. I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? And a 6 o'clock available. Is Beast appearing at all now? And she says, hang on. She says YouTube hit a limit here. We're staying at Yacht Club, so I thought a midday pool break would be awesome. And the Magic Kingdom is open until 10 that night. I'm a super Beauty and the Beast fan. See, that's how we got her with the name of our show. See
right? That's how you found us.
We got Betsy. And she's also one of our healthcare workers. So shout out and thank you for all you're doing. We appreciate all of you guys, especially this year. Okay, so basically, I guess she's going to get there twice. Hey, whatever floats your boat. That's awesome. You might get that's just cool. Like you're going to own the castle for the day. But is Beast around? What's he doing? I haven't heard.
I don't believe that the Beast is showing up there right now. They could always, of course, add him back in at a later date, but I don't believe he's there. But if you're a Beauty and the Beast fan, you are going to appreciate Be Our Guest either way, because you'll be able to eat in the ballroom or go over and visit the music box room or even the West Wing, where there's some thunder and lightning and other things there too. So I think you'll appreciate that too. And just having the pictures. The other great thing about the ballroom is in the back, it's always Christmas in the back, right? Because there's snowing. Yeah, it is. So it's a really cool thing. But I think, it might be a great spot. If you're planning on going and taking a break, maybe going ahead and sticking with that dinner reservation would be awesome, because then you'd be in the Magic Kingdom and you'd still be there when they do the Castle Light Up show that night. So,
all right. This is a fun comment here in the live chat from Krista. She says, I met the Magic for Less agent when I was flying out of MCO on Wednesday. I recognized the logo on her shirt and asked if she worked for the Magic for Less. She said she did. I always go, Why? I'm kidding. I don't. Let's see. She says, she said she did. I told her I listened to the BOGP with Pam on. She said Pam was supposed to be on our flight, but she changed her plans.
Truth.
Anyway, I was this close to meeting the famous Pam. Your agent, Sue D. Sudakowski, I'm guessing, is so nice. You got her card, so yay. You have a great trip.
That's hysterical. I did. So what had happened was Southwest, of course, I mean, in order to stay viable, had to make some changes to flights. So if you have a Southwest flight or any flight at this point, make sure you continue to check those flights because I know that they're changing sometimes. And it went from a straight flight to a connecting flight. And the next day, my straight flight was still there. So we ended up just delaying another day, going back home a day later.
Yeah, what a shame.
Yes. I know, right? I was like, dang it. But yes, we were supposed to be on Sue's flight, and then we ended up taking the flight the next day. And Sue lives not that far from me in our area. So anyways, I'm glad you got to meet her. And what's funny is, Mike, this brings up, there were like 3 or 4 people who stopped me during this trip, and they had heard my voice from afar and came up and heard me and said, "Are you PM?" And I'm always like, "I am." Like,
they probably heard you say, "Really and truly," or whatever you say, like your catchphrase that everybody knows.
I know, which I don't even know what it is. So.
I don't either. It's something interesting. All right, we got. We'll see. I want to get to a couple more here because we are running a little long. Alfred's asking because he's going to be down for Christmas and New Year's. Is there any place that rents Christmas decorations to decorate my room at the Riviera at the end of December? Now, I don't think there is a rental, but I mean, Amazon has cheap stuff and you can get it delivered to the hotel. I mean, if you want to hang up like a little, you can probably buy like a small Christmas tree or, some garland or something, or some, even some, so you could probably get it delivered like total for like $20 to your room.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know of any place that rents Christmas decorations. I really don't, but I think that there's definitely, you could take a small tree. Like if you wanted to have a suitcase full of a small tree, I don't see why you couldn't do that, or definitely have something like Walmart or Target, Instacart it. I think you can Instacart more than, just food. I think you can Instacart other things. So see about that.
Oh, 2 people, Alfred and Natalie, are saying that they have seen a beast just walk through Be Our Guest. So they're distant.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's his place, right?
Yeah. That's awesome.
About which park has the best Christmas music. God. Okay. That is not cool. I would, if you have me strapped down to a chair and you're poking me in the eye with like a pin or something, I would have to, say, oh God, it's so hard. Cause I love it. I love the background studios, I guess. I just love the studios at Christmas.
I know it feels so retro, like big bandish. And I love that music too, but there's also something about that Main Street Christmas music that I'm like, oh,
yes. The Epcot's got an awesome Future World Christmas loop that is amazing.
And Disney Springs has a really cool mashup, like Christmas loop. Like they take some classic songs and then they're remixed with some contemporary artists, and then they put in some versions of songs that I've never heard before. It's like a classic Christmas song, but it's sung in a completely new and different way that makes it so Disney Springs. So yeah.
Thanks, Bob. You broke the podcast with that.
I know. My do I have steam coming out? So.
All right, last question from Ben. He's over in the UK, and we just wanted to sneak this one in. He says, do you see them relaxing the mask rules on children? We are going in September with a just turned 2-year-old and can't see her wearing a mask all day. It's hard enough getting her to keep a hat on in the United Kingdom. Children don't need to wear masks. Now, again, I do not. I know that's probably not the answer you want to hear, but it's a safety thing. Now, let's hope. I mean, the thing is, we've been talking over the past couple of weeks. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a small pin light at this point. But we've heard, the Moderna, vaccine trials, and at least we're getting positive news. Like there is, we can see that, maybe in the spring things will start to turn the corner. I'm hoping now, just like the guest I was talking with today that booked a December 2021 trip, make the theme park reservations. Like, right. That's how things are as of late November 2020. Those are the rules we have to play by now. Now, will you have to use those in December 2021? Maybe. Hopefully not, but maybe. I think the thing is, right now, just assume the masks will be in place, and then let's just see how the world changes over the next, that's 10, 11 months down the road.
I agree. I mean, with the vaccine, we have to continue to have the rollout of that vaccine to make it available. And we also have to see how other countries, deal with this as well. So I think it's just safe to assume that the mask thing will be in place still. And if that doesn't happen to be the case when you travel, then it'll be a happy circumstance at that point. So
right. I'm always one of those people that, I don't get my expectations up for the good news. And then when I get it, I'm like, yay, I keep my expectations, real level, but I get it. I mean, Ben, I totally understand where you're coming from. I can't even imagine trying to keep a mask on a kid. You're right. I mean, I couldn't even keep my shoes on. She always took those things off. Like, dude, I'd take her to McDonald's. Pam would be, back then when she was little, she was doing, she was like working late at school, and I'd run Mallory up to McDonald's, to grab like a little, Happy Meal or something and let her play on the indoor play. Remember when they had indoor playgrounds like 10 years ago? That's
right.
Gonna happen again. But 5 minutes later, I couldn't find her shoe. Like, dude, they're tied. Like, how'd you get this off? You know what I mean? A mask. I can't even imagine. So yeah,
but you don't see, I will say this, there's something about kids that when they get there and they know the rules in place and you have that conversation and do a little practicing at home, I rarely saw a child that was having an issue with it. There were way more adults that were struggling than there were children. So there's always that. The practicing at home, kind of helps too. And I also feel like too, I thought it was going to be more of an issue for me when I was there, when I was first there, especially when they first opened. I was really concerned about that. But I hate to say this because I did not think I'd be that person, but you do forget you're wearing it sometimes.
You do. Until you go take a drink and you're just like poking. Right. And you're like, dude, I can't get my straw in my mouth. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, that's going to do it. We'll be back again. Of course, tomorrow we have the replay of the call-in show, which was very interesting from this past Sunday night. And then Friday, we're going to get back together. Ricky's going to be here as well and talking some more Disney. So we're going to get you through this Thanksgiving weekend, lay on the couch or whatever you're doing, just have fun and getting ready for Christmas. Yes, we can officially do that now. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the great folks over at the Magic for Less Travel. You know where to find everything, themagicforless.com. I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of my guests for the past year, because you've been so absolutely kind, so absolutely patient, and I know this year's been challenging. It's challenging for us as an agency. It's challenging for guests and getting trips planned and rescheduling and canceling and rescheduling. And, it really, travel's been, sort of a nightmare this past year, but it's turning around. But I just want to, thank everybody for sticking with us, supporting our small business. It means a lot. And, if I said thank you from now until Saturday, it wouldn't be enough thank yous. So just thank you to all of our guests over at the Magic for Less for everything you do to support us. And just if you haven't given us a shot, give us a try in 2021. We can plan a great trip. I'm telling you, there's great deals for early 2021. These things are not going to come around. Once that vaccine hits and everybody can travel again, you're not going to see these rates. I'm just telling you. So get in. They're great deals. I don't want you to miss out. So check them out at themagicforless.com. Also, please, you do that holiday shopping. I guess it's Black November, Black Friday. I don't even know what it is this year. It's something. But if you're shopping online this weekend while you're sitting on the couch eating the leftovers, please take that one extra click. It's just one click. It's a free way to support the show. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And again, shout out to our patrons. You guys are awesome. Hope you're enjoying Mike in the Midwest every Thursday. Just kind of nostalgia stories from growing up here in Missouri. And I know it's not that, it's that you want to help keep the show going. And I truly appreciate that. So thanks to our patrons. If you would like to get on the Patreon, just visit patreon.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. Give us a follow on the social media, Instagram and Twitter at BeOurGuestMike and at BeOurGuestPod. And of course, subscribe to the show over on Facebook and YouTube. Just search for the Be Our Guest Podcast. All right, we're out of here. It's time to go eat some turkey and cranberries and stuffing and all that good stuff. Oh, I can't wait. I live for this. So we're going to be back again on Friday with Ricky joining us as well. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy Thanksgiving. All right, let me save that. Oh, I got to text. Will you text Ricky real quick?
I will.
Okay. EPISOD 18. I was thinking, do you want to just talk about your stuff or do you want to?
I'm happy to.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm happy to. I'll have to look back on my 8 million pictures that I took to kind of see all the pictures. I love the character cavalcades. I cannot say that enough.
I bet you those will be around still.
They're awesome. I saw more of the Christmas parade doing that than I've ever seen in all the many, many years that I went and did it. Oh my gosh. And Amaret's has some of the best desserts right now.
They look awesome. I saw those today. Somebody got like a Millennium Falcon at the ganachery today that I saw on social media. I was like,
oh, really?
Like a chocolate Millennium Falcon, I think.
Wow.
Adventures. AVNTU. Yes. Ricky commented, did she text back?
She said she's on her way. So, and the other cool stuff, Universal's doing some great stuff too. I love the way that they have all their character interactions that like set up so that you can go and take your picture like in front of them. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
It's cool.
The theme parks are doing some really creative and innovative stuff to make those things happen for us.
It's made them think outside the box, and I think it's gonna. I mean, I think that's true for us as agents. I mean, I think that
100%.
Like it sucks this year, but the thing is that it makes you think about ways to be lean and mean, and coming out of this, you're going to be better. I think the industry will be, the airlines will be, everybody will be.
I agree.
There's Ricky. Hello.
Hey guys. How are you?
Good.
Good.
The other show, so we're done. We just wanted to tell you in person that we've recorded both.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the way my day is going. Yeah, that sounds about right. So.
Is that a Japanese dress?
No, it's a shirt.
Okay, like those dresses that they wear in Japan, kind of look like that. That's kind of cool. Mallory.
Oh no, it's a shirt. It's a shirt. I just was making sure everything was okay.
Good. So you brought the monitors home? How lucky is that?
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna have to work from home at least through Christmas and New Year, like through New Year's at the very least. So.
I'll pray for you. You'll make it.
I know. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you have to work from home."
It's rough.
Yeah, it is rough. I hate it. I feel like I miss so much when I'm not at work. Like I miss so many like micro conversations that I need to be a part of. So.
I put that in the positive column.
I get it, but like, trust me, and what I do, the micro conversations are very important. So
that's on the positive side still.
No, it's very important. So yeah, I definitely. I hate that, but it's okay. I can survive, and hopefully, it will only be through the new year and not after that, because I don't think I can survive that. But
you're doing basic there with your Starbucks. I like it.
I am. I had to get something on the way home. I'm like, I need something to just pick.
Nothing more basic than a girl with her Starbucks and her dog with her underbite.
That's right. Exactly. So yeah, now I have to get my computer all set up downstairs, and I have to figure out where I'm going to put it because I don't really have like the best spot to put a work computer and monitor in my house. So
corner of the basement works great.
I don't have a basement.
Oh well.
Corner.
I don't know. Okay. So Pam's going to talk about her trip and all the events.
Hey! Oh. That's awesome. Look, I am familiar with her trip. I was partially on it. So, yes.
Jennifer says it's the micro conversations, but not pictures. I don't even know what that
means. Or
means.
The camp makers.
I think the camp makers is probably more, yeah.
What's that mean? I've been out of an office so long.
Are you in my camp or are you in Ricky's camp?
Oh, I get it now. Yeah, I'm not dude, I don't camp.
Yes.
It's better when you don't.
Or yes, maybe tent pitchers are the ones that just stay at your desk forever. I'm guessing.
I was a relief pitcher, and
yes,
I was a starter. Yeah,
I'm guessing that's what tent pitchers are.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not pitching any tents.
No, thank goodness.
Yes. Okay, so we're good. Let's go because I'm hungry. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Oh, speaking of Taco Bell, Mike, I just have to say, I had the best thing from Taco Bell yesterday, and I'm not even mad about it.
Cheese burrito, right?
No. Okay, so it was the cheese chalupa. It was the bean.
Is it that taco that's got the like cheese on the shell?
It was the black bean chalupa. It was so freaking good. I was all in on the black bean chalupa because that means I didn't have to eat the gross Taco Bell beef. It was really good.
Awesome. Taco Bell beef is so good.
It was really good. Oh my gosh. So yes, black bean chalupa, I think is what I had. I'm totally gonna get that, like, since I'm working from home now, I can get that like all the time. So
Yeah, see, Taco Bell every day keeps you
I will
moving.
not be having it ordered on Uber Eats though. So
Keeps everything moving. Just saying.
yeah, I bet it does.
He's like, yeah, you had a good pace.
Right?
Look at my Instagram. I had it at Taco Bell last night.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I found a really good thing at Taco Bell, and I'm quite proud of myself for finding it. So
okay, all right. So this is 18. I'm going to go to you, Ricky, though, about the card exchange and that stuff at the top.
okay, yeah.
So we can get that out there. Okay,
Yes,
here we go.
definitely.
Welcome to episode 1806 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Black Friday to you. And beep, 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 breaking news. Over at the Magic for Less, the co-owner doesn't even know this. We're having a Black Friday all year sale. It's always the same price.
Yeah, I was going to say
every single day. So you don't even have to get up off the couch today. Just listen to the show, shop on Amazon with our link, buy all the stuff there. But you know what? We take care of you every day. So don't stress. And hopefully you're not out breaking down doors like every other year happens this day. I don't know. Maybe you're getting a big TV. That's kind of,
I did.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. We've gotten 2 TVs over the last 20 years. They've both been on Black Fridays. They've always been the doorbuster. And the thing is, people say, don't buy the doorbuster. I mean, they're still working. And I mean, they're probably not the best TVs, but I can see, Blue Bloods and my college football and shows and stuff. So I'm not real demanding. So it's fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, whatever you're doing, eat the leftovers today. Thanks for taking us along. We're going to talk about Pam's awesome adventure down to Walt Disney World, and Ricky was there as well, so I can kind of bounce stuff off each other, but she's back. She wasn't here Wednesday, but she is here now. We have Ricky from the mouseforless.com. Happy post-Turkey Day. Ricky, what's up?
Happy post-Turkey Day. I'm enjoying a very nice day off today, so that's lovely. And I wanted to let everyone know that it is back. It is back. Both are back.
8 boys are back.
They're back, yes. Everybody has been asking about it. Are we going to do the Christmas card exchange? Are we going to do the ornament exchange? I have fantastic news. Both are back finally. They are here for you to be able to sign up for. So here's the details that you need to know.
But real quick, I got to say, I did have to veto the credit card exchange.
Yes, that was probably a good.
I tried to push that through to the panel, and they said, no, we can't do that.
No.
We do not want your credit card. We do not want you having our credit card. So
correct.
We're holiday cards. Just
yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, holiday cards. Yes. So, okay, can you believe this is the 12th annual? By the way, 12th annual. Holy cow. Okay, so for the ornament exchange, ornaments can be anything, which is kind of nice, so it can be Disney related. It can be something related to your, the area you live in, anything like that. It's a $15 minimum exchange, excluding shipping. So shipping is additional to that. Signups are open until December 1st, and your buddy will be assigned by December 5th. And the dates to send are no later than December 11th. The exchange is open to both kids and adults. So if, you have kids and they want to sign up, that's perfectly okay. If you're an adult, you want to sign up, that's perfectly okay. If you want to sign up for more than one, that's perfectly okay. Like if you want to send out 2-3 ornaments and get 2-3 ornaments from other people, that's good too. You can email Michelle, and her contact information is on the Facebook and Instagram accounts, so you can find the link on the threads for that. I don't want to give it out here, so anyway,
social media, but we don't want to give it out here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. I'm weird about it.
I know. That's right.
So you can find out on either our Facebook or Instagram. Now, the Christmas, I guess I should say, holiday card exchange, because we've had right. Different cards given out. We've even done Hanukkah cards before. That's awesome. So again, 12th annual, the signups are going to go through December 5th for that one. The names are going to go out around December 6th. And you can email Florence for that. Again, her information is on both the posts. And you can send out cards to everyone, or you can choose how many that you send out, and she'll give you the list of names to send out to. We also do have a kid exchange as well, if you would like to participate in that. I think last year that maybe didn't go over so well, but hey, it's a new year, it's 2020, and I'm sure kids are ready to get some mail, so they can participate too. So there's a specific kid exchange too. So there's that.
There we go. And so real quick though, I mean, you mentioned December 1st is kind of the deadline for the ornament exchange. I mean, you gotta realize that's like in a few days. So jump on this weekend while you're on the sofa. So don't, that's the thing is a lot of people want to get in on it and they say, I'll do it. I mean, December is like in a couple days now. So
I know. I'm so surprised about that. Like, I was actually just talking about it with my coworkers, and the fact that like the end of the year is literally like less than, well, at the time of this recording, 6 weeks away. So, I mean, it's 5 weeks away at this point. So,
amen. Let's do it.
That's it. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. Yes.
And again, as always, huge shout out to Michelle and Florence for spearheading this. They've been doing it for years and years and years. And it's a lot of work, but it's also amazing. It's a fun thing.
And I just want to also, while we're plugging things, I want to plug the Be Our Guest Holiday Fest at Give Kids the World as well. We have so many fantastic auction items. Thank you to everyone who has donated those. The auction itself is going to be kicking off on Giving Tuesday. So that is the 1st of December as well. Holy cow, that's coming up again. I might be in panic mode as of right now.
Tuesday. That's this coming Tuesday.
Exactly. So there will be specific items that are only available on Giving Tuesday. So just a heads up, you may want to start looking at that. And then the rest of the auction will end on the 5th. While we are at Give Kids the World. So we have so many fantastic auction items, though. I mean, I am just floored at what we have. So I can't wait to raise money for Give Kids the World through the auction. And then also, if you don't maybe want to, bid on items and you just want to make a donation to Give Kids the World, we can also do that too. There will be a spot to do that. So you can just make a donation too if you would like. But
we're really going to be pushing the donations on Saturday the 5th while we're down there, because we are going to be able to take calls just like we always, even though we're on location, crossing our fingers. I've got my dad working on that for us. So we have everything. So call in, share your stories, donate on that Saturday, bid, do both, because all goes for a great cause.
Absolutely. But I just wanted to put all that out there because we are certainly coming up close. I mean, next week is, when we'll be at Give Kids the World. So, I mean, it's coming up. So, oh my God.
Oh, I'm excited to see everything. Like, what do I want to see? Everything. Anyway, we got to get Pam in here to show.
Yes. Sorry, Pam.
So
much, good.
The rest of the show is about you, though. I had to throw my stuff.
I'm all good.
So, Pam Forster-Koner, the Magic for Less Travel. Big question of the day. It's the day after Thanksgiving here in the United States. Approximately how many trees do you have up at this point?
Yes,
like, are they all up on Black Friday, or are you still putting up certain trees? Like, what's the status in the household?
My goal is always to have all the trees at least up by Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Some of them will be in various states of decoratedness. Yes. By the end of the weekend, they will all be decorated for sure. And, majority of them will be decorated prior to. So, that's what it's like. And yes, there was a new one purchased this year.
Oh my gosh. How many do you have?
Enough.
Oh, okay.
There was 10. There was a new one that got added this year.
Okay, so 11.
I mean, the thing is, do you
don't have to do the math?
Okay.
Do you need to go to Disney Springs for the Christmas tree stroll?
Yes, I get all kinds of ideas there. Are you kidding me? So
but you were gone, but we had this debate. One of my hot takes with Scott and Ricky, I think it was last week. I said, and I've done the Christmas tree trail many times. I was actually down there for the media event when they first brought it out, and I've done it many times, but I just think Christmas tree stroll way better than Christmas tree trail. Okay, real quick.
A million times better. Yes.
Okay.
I was always behind those people at the Christmas tree trail who stopped, took a picture, and then stood there for another 10 minutes.
Well, because you got to post it on TikTok,
I'm Mike, do you see the line of people behind you?
Get out of the way. Come on, move along.
It's moving along. So, anyways, yes. Always.
You are not the only ones here at the Christmas tree trail. Can't you see the mob of people around you?
Yes.
When you have a mask on, it did get your peripheral vision. You can't see
it. That's it. Right.
All right. Anyway,
for sure.
Okay, so we have about 30 minutes. So I want you to get in the highlights. You were down there.
Okay.
You were there at Walt Disney World. You were there with our team from the Magic for Less. We had a lot on there. So I know there's just too much to share, but just take it. What happened?
I will. But first, I want to say happy birthday to Mike because today is his birthday. Ding! Give a charcuterie ding for that.
Oh, yeah, charcuterie. Dude, I'm not even having charcuterie, just cold turkey sandwich. I'm having the homemade Earl of sandwich.
There you go. That works. Yes.
So I was really lucky. So this opportunity came up with both Disney and Universal, and we worked with both those destinations to have some of our team down there to just see firsthand what it's all like, because that's the best way to be able to offer the best advice to our guests. I know that so many of our agents have made it a priority to be down there. Mike, you absolutely did too. And that is something that's really so awesome about our team is from day one, we're all sharing exactly what our experiences are, how we can best help our guests, tips that we can give them and stuff like that. So it's things like that really make it awesome. This was very different than other, I will say, trainings that we have done in the past. We weren't really allowed to get together in that kind of way and that kind of thing. We dealt with some struggles there, but we all got to be down there and experiencing that. And hopefully you saw some of our great content that we were sharing while we were down there. I will say there were so many highlights for me. And I said this on Wednesday's show, but literally I want to say it again because I think it's so important. When I am there, there is not any place else on earth that I feel more at home or more normal than when I'm there. Really and truly. At home, it doesn't feel the same. Even if, I said this over and over again to a few people, but when I go out to eat at home, it's kind of sad and depressing because I'm like one of like 2 or 3 families there. And I feel so bad for the restaurant staff the whole time I'm there because I'm worried about this small business. It just doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel real almost. It feels surreal. There, it really does feel awesome. And there's so much magic there. So if you're worried about that, I would not let that prevent you from traveling. If you have other concerns and you're just not comfortable traveling, again, I respect your decision and all of that, but I want to share my experiences. And I will say the first thing was I did this. I took Magical Express. We arrived at the airport.
Dude.
Breaking news.
Right?
My God.
Right?
Hold up. I'm getting up off the floor. Go ahead.
Okay. So I roll up to Magical Express, scan my band, get in line. And the woman's like, okay. She's like, it might be a little bit. And I'm like, okay. So I go in line, right? Yeah. I go in line and I'm like, dang it. I'm like, this is a mistake. And I'm like looking at Uber and Lyft thinking maybe I should just call a car, blah, 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 blah. I'm in line for maybe 5 minutes. And the guy comes over and he's like, so are you taking Magical Express? Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Do a little chatting. He's like, okay, that's it. And I'm like, so I'm just standing there. And he's like, no, you can go out to the bus now. And I'm like, what? And he's like, no, we're done. Like, you can go out to the bus now and get on. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I did. And the bus left within about 10 minutes. They are physically distancing passengers on the bus. So there's a few rows in between you. They're sort of staggering it so that you're really not sitting that close to anybody. It was a fantastic experience, really and truly. So that was the first big win. Don't be afraid of Magical Express.
Did they seat you on Magical Express? Like, did they tell you where to sit? Okay, I was curious because they did that on the bus too, so I didn't know if they did it on Magical Express.
They were, and they're actually loading from the back forward, and that's why you aren't walking past a bunch of people. You just go right to your seat and sit down, and you don't walk past people and that thing. So that was awesome, really, really, and truly awesome.
The pro tip is to take a quick power nap on the way to the Walt Disney World. You got like 40 minutes, dude. Just take a nap. I mean, you're gonna have fun. And here, I got to say this. I don't know where you're going next, but I wanted to say this. I was shocked because again, we do have video over on YouTube and Facebook. I thought you'd be rolling in with your new favorite college shirt. which was it with a big SU on it for Sangria University, man. I thought for sure like you wanted them to be the national champ this year. I was like, dude,
right?
I'm just saying, okay, so I don't know where you're going, but
I know. I'll share that in a minute. I'm going to follow my picture so I don't get off track, because let me tell you, there are thousands and thousands of pictures happening here. I'll start at Universal because that was one of the, after we flew in, took Magical Express, and then went over to Universal, where we stayed at the Hard Rock, which is one of my favorite hotels there. And if you don't know, Universal has 3 hotels in which you have what is called included with your stay, Express Pass. And it's basically Fast Pass all day long on every single ride, multiple times for you and your party. So you get to roll in, walk on to any ride, and it's fantastic. And Hard Rock is one of them. Royal Pacific is the other, and the newly opening Portofino is the third one. So if you're going to Universal, consider staying at one of those resorts. It is so worth it because you get this Express Pass for your whole family. Everyone's staying at your resort. So consider that. Universal is doing a lot of the same thing that Disney is doing in terms of physically distancing people and all of that. And one of the things I will say that I really love about the way that Universal does this is when you go to check into your hotel, you walk into the hotel, they take your temperature, they put a colored band on your wrist that shows that you had your temperature taken that day, and you don't have to have it taken at any other point in time. Not at restaurants, not at the theme parks, not anything else, because you're sort of in a Universal bubble when you're staying on site there. You really are. You can walk to all the parks, all the different resorts. So it's something to consider there. They were doing a lot of their holiday stuff as well. And let me tell you, for Harry Potter fans, there is no better place than Hogsmeade, which always has a layer of snow on it. It looks like it's the holidays all year long there, but they're doing some great stuff. They have good treats. They have all of that stuff going on. So make sure that you check that stuff out. They have some really awesome Harry Potter things going on. And I got to see the new Jason Bourne attraction.
It's amazing.
Yeah, right? It is a stunt show, yes. But to say that is not, I don't know. I don't want you to think about people like fakely falling off of high things and all of that.
I love that stuff.
No, this is so spectacular. I can't even tell you. It is just a seamless integration. It takes place in the old Terminator building where the Terminator show happened. And the transition from screen to live and whatever, Mike, you'd be blown away.
Absolutely.
You can't really even tell. It is so cool. It is one of the coolest attractions there. And I also will say, I got to give Universal a nod on the comfort of their masks because they're pretty comfortable. And they have some awesome designs. You can pick your house if you're a Harry Potter fan. They just have all different kinds of things. So make sure that you check that out. And they have lots of great trees going on there too. So anyways, I will just put that out there. I will also say too that we stayed a night in a 2-bedroom suite at Cabana Bay, Mike, which is your favorite restaurant. So retro. And we were overlooking Volcano Bay, and it was so gorgeous. We had the most gorgeous view. It was totally worth seeing that. So
how many bars of zest and bottles of VO5?
I know, right? We were just like we had so many we could zest up.
Exactly. You smell like Three's Company right now.
Right? So, come and knock on my door. So anyways, then we headed back to Walt Disney World where we were going to meet some of our team. We were staying at Saratoga. Again, the newly redone Saratoga rooms. Fantastic. I just can't say enough things about it. I hate to even say this because they're going to start getting busy again, but the fact that you can walk over to Disney Springs and you get to stay in this beautiful new room. It's sort of like Saratoga now is sort of like Riv Light. Like it totally is. The rooms are that nice. They really are. So love doing that. They have some great holiday items to purchase over at Disney Springs. The restaurants are doing fun things, but dang, if you aren't going to Amorette's to see some of their fantastic holiday desserts, you are missing out. They had a peppermint chocolate creme brulee. Yum. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna leave that out there. But then they also have a Mickey cake and a Mickey Santa cake, and oh man, we had this almond coconut cake thing that was so good. Anyways, just go over to Amaret's. I've never been disappointed with anything I get there, and they're not just little pieces of dessert; they're like works of art.
They are.
Like really and truly works.
There's a
of
Yoda
art.
cake I saw that they're going to offer that there's only like 40 a day, so you got to
Yep.
get on the ball.
We did get the baby cake.
Yeah, baby Yoda cake. Yeah.
It was really tasty. So lots of good stuff there. Then okay, now I'll talk about my schooling. I did some advanced degree works. You know, I think my parents never like even at one point I said I'm not going to college anymore. Like I've already graduated and done a few of these things. I don't need any more advanced degrees.
Right.
I own a business at this point. You know, it's not really going to help me. But then
my line in education was I'm fully. When there was professional development day, I always told the principal, I'm like, I'm fully developed. I'm done.
I'm done.
At this point in my life, I am. But then they opened up Sangria U, and I thought to myself, this could be an area where you really excel. And do you ever have enough Sangria knowledge, really?
No.
You know, point me to the registrar. You know. Like,
Yes, right. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to audit this course, and then we'll see how things go, right? So we did do this. This was open. We were actually the first group in there since they closed it, except for the NBA wives. They told us that. So I know.
You guys could have had a TV show as well.
I'm ready. I am just as entertaining as heck. So if someone wants to follow me around, I'm welcome to do that. Well, we did Sangria University, and I learned a lot about myself, about my coworkers, about many people. And I will say, after a few sangrias, everyone shares a lot. I'm just going to put that out there.
Tequila tastings on cruises, we know.
It's a bonding experience for all. But honestly, it was really cool. And the best thing is they make some sangrias for you that you get to try, and then you get to make your own, which was really cool. And of course, mine was really awesome. So I'm just going to say that. It had a lot of rosemary in it because I love rosemary, and I didn't even know that could happen. That you can put rosemary in sangria.
Yeah, who would have thought?
I did too, but she was my supervising teacher during student teaching.
No.
Parent. Yes.
No.
Rosemary. Go ahead.
No.
So then we started doing, venturing into the parks and seeing like these cavalcades, which I love. I'm a big fan. I'm telling you, I'm going to buy the website Disney Cavalcade right now, because if they ever try to take these away, I'm going to start a petition to end all petitions. These are awesome. Just like the Twinkie Tiramisu. That's right. I love them so much. And I think everyone does. That's the great thing. Have you ever heard anyone say, character cavalcades? They're horrible. No.
Who can say that? I mean, what's the investment? I mean, it's like 5 minutes and you got to turn your head 90 degrees. I mean, that's
it. Yes. And the best part, they show up just randomly when you're not expecting it. Like you can be walking down the street and then you hear music piping in, and then you're like, characters are coming, score. So
and they're so awesome at the Magic Kingdom. Well, at all the parks, really, you can see Santa is at different times, of course. Thankfully, he has the ability to travel between things so quickly, but he shows up at all the parks, and I'm like, there is Santa. But but it's just really so cool to be able to see those. And at the Animal Kingdom, they're on the water there. And I'll give you a little tip, right? This is just between you and me.
Everybody lean in.
Lean in. Good. So if you go to the Rivers of Light Theater, you can have a seat there, and you could take a drink in or maybe something to eat, because there's no one there, right?
Right.
And you'll be able to see so many of these character cavalcades pass by as you enjoy a leisurely sit down and perhaps a snack or two.
Nice.
But what about when the show starts?
Speaking
of happy retirement, Joe Rody, by the way. Okay.
Oh yeah, exactly. So sad.
Yes.
Too soon for that one, Mike.
Yeah, too soon.
I'll wait until the Friday show.
Nice.
But love it. Just love those character cavalcades. I think they're doing such a great job with this and just getting creative. We said this at the beginning that this is going to be an opportunity for Disney and Universal to get creative, and they absolutely have been. Universal is doing many of the same things. They have the characters set up there, and then there's a place where you can come and take a selfie or take a picture with your family. And I love that they're doing that. I love that they have these opportunities. We spent some time in Disney Springs, and this is where on Wednesday I shared the story where, we got to see the people dancing in the snow there by the tree. And it was just so heartwarming. But there were so many moments like that happening. Of course, we talked about the Christmas tree stroll, which I think is a highlight over there. Just go and see all the trees. You'll actually be able to do it because you won't be stuck behind someone who is taking their 300th picture there. So go and enjoy that. There's some great shopping opportunities. If you are inclined, there's a lot of really good shops there and places to look for. So you can find some Christmas gifts if you're looking for that, holiday gifts, whatever you're shopping for. And make sure, even though the gingerbread houses are not there, the trees are up at all the resorts now, and they're really spectacular. Disney does such a great job. We got to try a bunch of the Christmas treats, and you've seen the photos everywhere. We were with Ricky when Ricky got that hugest whoopie pie in the world.
Scott and I talked about that one already. We've got lots of feedback, so I'm just saying.
Was it like 10 pounds, Ricky? Did we weigh it?
We didn't, but we should have, and it was definitely close to that, I feel like.
I mean, it was crazy. That little red Mickey Mouse light up cube, the best. The best.
I have to find a place to put it. I haven't put it in my room yet, but it's got to go. Yeah,
it is. It's really cool. And I will say, one of the things I really liked was that Christmas tree thing you do that I got that I
the chai thing.
The chai thing. It was good. It was really good. But it just, while we were there at Hollywood Studios, it reminded me how much I love Hollywood Studios at the holidays. I think the decorations, fantastic, right? That tree in the middle of the water. You have Gertie holding the ornament. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Plus the fantastic Christmas music that they have, which we talked about, big band sort of taking over. Do they have character cavalcades? Why, yes, they do. And they're in cars. They're in cars.
I may or may not have ran to catch a couple of them. I'm just saying. Throwing that out there. Yeah.
But it's really so cool. And my favorite thing at Hollywood Studios, as I'm looking through pictures, I see this, where they sort of make it look like a Christmas tree, with greenery around the lights. It's like a whole Christmas tree. They have them in different areas near the entrance there. They do. So, but there's lots of really good treats at Hollywood Studios and all the parks, really. So make sure you check that out. Of course, we had brunch at our favorite, Homecoming.
Oh, stop.
Mike, I did not get the Hallelujah biscuit. I'm sorry.
No.
I could not do it.
And actually, not to get that.
I could not get it. In fact, I think I got Grandpa's breakfast because it was eggs and bacon and the biscuit and stuff like that. But they took away the thing I used to have before. It was like a sort of eggs Benedict on a fried green tomato. That's not there anymore. But again, like all the restaurants, they've made some changes. But there's still lots of good things to choose from. The Food and Wine Festival was still going on. It was the Food and Wine Festival that has never ended, and it will end here. And in its spot will be the Holiday Festival.
Correct.
So
it has ended as of today, right?
Yes.
I think today's the last day, or it was.
Today's the first day of the Festival of the Holidays.
Today, exactly.
There's like a day and a half break. So.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think they're going to be taking down booths and building new ones. I think they're just going to be switching out the sign.
Just putting some decorations up and have that be that. Yeah.
Like, call it Christmas. Hey, it's 2020. That's okay.
That's okay.
That counts. I love that you can see the building still of the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster. I mean, every little bit of information we get on this makes it sound more and more spectacular. And I know there's going to be so many people looking forward to this. I don't know which park tree I like the best. I go back and forth. I posted this on social media. I really love the Hollywood Studios tree. It's my favorite. until I'm at the Magic Kingdom, and then it's my favorite. And then I go to the Animal Kingdom, and then it's my favorite. And then I go to Epcot, and it's my favorite. They're all spectacular trees for different reasons. I just, I was thinking about this there. And Mike, by the way, got your tangy chicken sandwich at Sleepy Hollow.
Oh,
so
dang, I love
I know it's like sweet and sour, I think is what it's called. But anyways,
awesome.
It was just really, really good. Had some great meals. Narcoossee's is back open. Of course, we went there and got the surf and turf. And there's some great locations that are open. And again, it was there when I was sitting there that I was thinking about how different it is to be eating out there as opposed to eating out at home. It just feels very, very, very different. And then the Castle Production Show. I can't, it's awesome. It really, truly is. The pictures that you get, I think it photographs better than the icicle lights do. There's a lot of blown out icicle light pictures on social media when that's up and going. I think the castle really is easier for so many people to take a photo of, and it looks spectacular. So I think that that's a plus for that. But I really like how Disney did this. And the other thing I want to mention is when you're leaving at night, the characters are there on the train station saying goodbye. And it's just such a sweet little thing. There's a whole row of characters. Like when we were there, not only were Mickey and Minnie and Pluto there, but then there was also Peter Pan and Wendy. There was Mary Poppins and Bert. There was Alice in Wonderland and the Mad Hatter. There's a whole array of characters there. And during more typical travel times, you would pretty much have to spend most of your day to see all those characters, really and truly, to find them. And to have the opportunity to do that and to get photo and video of that, I think is really, really sweet. So I just, I can't put into words what it means to be there. For those of you who feel about Disney like I do, it means even more to me to be there right now. It really does. Traveling has just taken on a greater importance and a greater meaning, and just, it adds so much to your life, particularly right now. So I don't want to overstate that, but I don't think it's possible because it felt so good to be there, and I can't wait to go back again.
Right. Right. I mean, just because, like I'm heading down next Thursday morning. So, 6 days from now. And I don't know. I've been looking forward to Christmas more than ever this year, just because of the year. Right. I mean, just putting up the tree in the house, putting the light, the gutters outside, but then getting down there, because I think all of us, we kind of talked about this on Wednesday too. We have this familiarity. We have this comfort level with the Disney parks, the hotels, whether you're staying at your favorite hotel, a different one. It's just because I know what the Christmas loop sounds like from Main Street USA, because I'm a big fan, because we had the radio station, we play it in the background on our shows and so forth. If I roll into Epcot and hear that Christmas loop, it's comforting. It's like soul food, like makes me happy. And that's what I can't wait to experience.
Yep. And I think that's what you feel. I'm not one of those people who feels like 2020 was a loss. I've absolutely learned things from it. I've had great experiences in different ways, but I will tell you about the things that I have missed. And I will tell you about the things that I am willing to do as we go forward and that I'm not willing to do. And I'm going to travel as much as I'm still able to, because it just brings so much to my life. And I'm absolutely biased in that, and I absolutely respect people who are not comfortable with that space, but that's where I'm at right now. I really am. So
just everybody's got to do what feels right to them.
That's right.
Comfort level. I do have to add this in because we got this message, because you're talking about the treats, and that Ricky was with you when you were having the treats, the whoopie pies, the cupcakes, stuff. So we got this message on our Facebook page a few days ago. Okay,
I have never laughed so hard.
This is why you got to go to our Facebook page. Just why I love our listeners. I mean, we do really have the best listeners. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, sitting on the couch or something, messing around watching football. I look down and here's what it's from Beth. She says, I asked my 9-year-old who was doing his schoolwork in the kitchen, do you mind if I listen to my favorite Disney podcast? Ricky just got back from Walt Disney World, because that was our show last Friday. And he replied, she's the one with the purse biscuits. She said that was one of her proud mama moments. So that's,
I have seriously never laughed so hard in my entire life.
So
I was
awesome.
rolling when I saw that. That was hysterical, and I'm glad I'm known for putting
That's
food
good.
in my purse.
It doesn't matter. But here's the thing. Like when I saw that, I cracked up. I mean, it was awesome. I screenshotted it. I immediately sent it to Ricky in case she hadn't seen it yet.
Yes.
But the thing is, I mean, really, and again, I love you too. We've had a fun year. We've had a fun journey throughout this, 12 plus years of doing this. But one of the things I'm most excited about, we get to raise money for Give Kids the World. We get to go on podcast cruises. We get to do amazing things. But one of the greatest things is that families can listen to our show together. Really, when kids can get in on the fun, and like we've seen that, we had that big meetup at Epcot at the 4th of July a couple of years ago, and so many kids came up and said, they listened to the show. And I love that families can turn this on in the car. And as stupid as some of the conversations are, it's always something family friendly. You know what I mean?
And they are definitely stupid sometimes, but that's okay.
We're not promising to elevate your smarts here by any means, but maybe we'll make a few people laugh. So
yes.
And get excited because the thing is, I mean, Walt Disney World is a destination for kids, right? It is. But I mean, who's to say?
And the kid inside us, right?
I was going to get at. I'm 47 today, but I've never grown out of being a kid because I still believe in magic. I still want to go to places that, I posted this actually when that Joe Rohde retirement announcement came out, and it was just, something simple like, thank you, Joe, for all you've done. And thanks for taking us places that I probably will never get to go in my life, but I've gotten to go through the environments and the stories he's told. So, that's how cool is that? Even if you're 47, like I am today, I can go to Walt Disney World, still believe in the magic, have it with my family, and go places I'll never get to go. There's places you cannot go. I mean, I hate to break this to you, but you can't go to Pandora no matter what.
What?
I can go there,
that
but I
does
can't
not exist in real life.
I'm saying, dude, I probably will never stay on a Star Cruiser, but I could at Walt Disney World if the stars aligned. It's pretty amazing. All right, well, hey, we're going to get out of here because I know people are busy on the holiday weekend. But Pam, thanks so much for the great stories, and go mascot for SU. Go fighting lemons or go fighting oranges? I don't know.
Fighting wine and herbs. I don't know.
What's the mascot look? Because like Syracuse has that big old crazy looking orange. It could almost work. Like you kidnap him.
Yeah, we could. There's some kind of fruit, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll work on that.
That's right. We'll workshop it. All right. We're going to get out of here. Don't forget today's show, as always, brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Seriously, check them out today. Travel is a great gift. And I am working with guests who are I have guests that are putting a trip in 2021 under the tree for like their entire family. I mean, I'm talking just like, this is like grandparents for like multiple, family.
Awesome.
Can you imagine on Christmas Eve at that house? I mean, dude, adopt me. Let's go.
Yes.
No, but I mean, you can do that for your family because what it is, it's hope, right? It's excitement. Pam and I talked about this on Wednesday. It's that new commercial that's out that Disney's celebrating the countdown. Disney's celebrating the planning, the anticipation, because even if you go on a 5-day trip to Walt Disney World, it's not just a 5-day experience. It's all the time leading up. It's the conversations in the car. It's the text messages back and forth. Ooh, did you see this? Do you want to try that? And also it's the lifetime of memories that you make in those 5 days that you'll talk about for years and years. So it's really, I mean, I'm biased, Pam's biased, Ricky's biased. We are, but the thing is travel and experiences are really where it's at. So, maybe think outside the box this year, put a trip under the tree. And you know what, if you're like me and terrible at planning, and buying gifts, it's easy. It's easy.
That is an easy gift.
It's not hard. So just something to think about. But yeah, themagicforless.com. Check them out. They got all the information right there. Also, as you do your holiday shopping this weekend and throughout the holiday season, please use our Amazon affiliate link. It's a free way to support the show. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you again to our patrons. So thankful for you. If you'd like to become a patron, just visit patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. All right. Social media, right? We got to get there. Be Our Guest Pod and Be Our Guest Mike on Instagram and Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. Search for the Be Our Guest Podcast. Punch the bell, slam the bell, whatever the kids are saying. Subscribe so you know when we're on live. And Pam, real quick, breaking news, right?
Yes.
This is not right for two people that are at least in their mid-40s to be talking about, but go ahead.
Oh, no.
This is wrong.
The Magic for Less Travel over the past 10 days has created a TikTok account.
God.
And in less than a week, we already have 1,000 subscribers. So I'm just going to say that we've had a couple of videos that have sort of gone viral. One already has 80,000 views.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So thankfully, it's not me doing it. I mean, I may get the videos, but somebody younger than me puts them together. But I could be coaxed into maybe doing a TikTok video, especially after Sangria University.
I'm sure you could, yes.
We're going to have to do some kind of a TikTok video at the village. We'll have to
100%.
Yes.
100% we will. So follow us. Just look for us. The Magic for Less We're just the Magic for Less on TikTok. We're also on Instagram and Facetune. So find us
there you go.
I mean, I'm taking the baby steps. I make the reel, and the reels, I've gotten the feedback. It's like, it's TikTok for like 45-year-old dads.
True.
Got it.
You're skirting the gray area there with
Yeah.
Anyway. So check that out as well. All right, time to duck out of here because Ricky has me craving Taco Bell because she found something she likes, and I'll have to check it out. You guys know that's what I do after the shows. So enjoy your weekend, your holiday weekend. Hopefully you're staying safe and healthy and eating all the leftovers and having all the good times watching all the football. I'll be out of Columbia watching Mizzou beat up on Arkansas. So too bad, Pig Suey. We're gonna MIZ and win. Right, that's what we do. It's a rivalry game for us. How's Penn State? No, let's don't talk about Penn State. They're 0-5. Oh no. Anyway, I don't want to talk football. Get people all fired up.
You lost me so much on this conversation. That's
I did. I know. I'm a college football guy. I should do a show. But anyway, we're getting out of here. So for Pam and Ricky, I'm Mike. Wishing you a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, gobble, gobble, and we'll see you real soon. Yeah, it's kind of
wow. Yeah. Gobble, gobble, everybody.
Oh my God. Yeah, so I'm going to go work on my TikToks.
Yeah.
Go talk or whatever. Don't go tick, but go talk.
Oh my gosh.
Good Lord.
I know, right?
They should have put your thumb on there and it's like, sorry, denied.
Right? I know.
On this earth too long, denied.
Yes.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, bye, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.